Now, it's not usual for me to have difficulty in shooting a property. If it is, it's usually it's not tidy or there's really bad lighting in it or something like that. But this, I just recently had a shoot where I was there for a long time doing the shoot, and it was not because I needed to tidy the place up or rearrange things or work out lighting scenarios and all that stuff. It's just because I knew I had to do better than the last person. So what it was a property which had been on for sale about 4 years ago, and the photos that had been taken when on the internet you can just type in a property location, and there's usually some website that's got historical photos here. So this was with Zoopla. And the previous photos, you look at it and go, okay, it's a £500,000 house, so just as well have gone for the photos and the video, and it looked good. That's the thing. So I was looking at all these rooms, and down here I was thinking, yeah, that's fine. Okay, it is a bit of a sofa edges angle, that one, bit unusual. That one would be more the side I would shoot, but it's like, yeah, it's nice, warm, bright. That one as well, thinking, that's probably an angle I would use. Kitchen straight on, yeah, okay, it's a little bit of an angle, but it's that's easily straightened out. Dining room, yeah, so this one, with this image, I was thinking, right, the only thing I would change in that one is maybe use the on-camera flash a little bit brighter and turn on the lights in the room next door. But in general, and like this one, I was thinking, damn, they've gone wide, well hidden. Yeah, just looked good. So I was like, okay, I've got to be better than all these photos. So it was a bit of a challenge that way. But just to give you kind of an example of like this one, I don't know who it was by. It doesn't say on Zoopla who it was with. But so the external, fortunately, well, the day I went, it was so changeable. It was incredibly windy, which you'll see in the video. I'll put a link to the video down below. I can't put it on YouTube, but I have a little look there, and you can see the trees are just kind of going, blowing away all over the place. And but it was, at one point it was snowing, and another point it was just cloudy as anything, and then at a couple points it was blue sky. So I literally ran outside to take photos of the property while there is blue sky. So a couple of external shots. These are them edited. I've kind of straightened, cropped them and all that kind of stuff. But generally, I thought that looks nice and appealing. What were the ones that were used on the Zoopla site? Let's see. So they're garden shots, and that's the local area shots. So the shot which they used was kind of an external. Their plant is alive, so that was probably more summertime. Oh no, it says September. So 2 years ago it was put on in September. So the plants are a little bit more alive. Unfortunately, this is just coming at winter time, but kind of fairly dull skies. So I would say for me it was a case of woohoo, lucky. I got some blue sky going on there. But I did a couple of shots, and also slightly tweaked the white balance. And also, here's another thing, just a little bit of Photoshop for there's a little mark there which is taken out. Which, let's see, I don't know. I don't think, yeah, so you can see on this, I'll just zoom it in a little bit more, big dirty mark from, I think that's just like a exhaust or something like that, but that's something which can easily be cleaned off, so that'd be something which I'd be quite happy to edit out to give a property a cleaner image. But yeah, a couple of different angles, and it's nice seeing how the sun is directed onto the building during the day. So the living room. Now with my shots, I do it with, if you're at a door which you can see into another area, like here you can see into the hallway, I have that one open. This one, it would just be open and it would be taking up room over here, so I have that one closed. So here I would say I'm pretty much as wide as I can get, and we're seeing into the room and getting good shots of the sofa, but we're not seeing the fireplace. So I took a couple of photos of this. This is from the other angle. As you can see, that door is now closed, and here we're seeing into the kitchen and now living room area. And so let's just see slight shots, slightly wider with that one, and the other shot. So here, my shot, you can see the front window, the fireplace, the sofas, but I'm not so low down that it's just the edge of sofas. So that's one thing which, if I were you taking the shots like there, it's like half of this, no, okay, bottom third is taken up with just edges of sofa. And so that I would say is not quite as appealing as something like this. There's also definitely a different color balance. I've gone for a warmer tones going on here. You know, before that's kind of more pinky, it seems like. Then in the next room, this was the dining area. So that's different. Before they had a dining table in here. Now it's a nice living room. Kitchen again. So here we can see shooting into the living room next door. Let's see the shot which they used. So they shot onto the chairs, fine, and then that one is definitely darker. They definitely haven't used flash in that area to warm it up. So that would be the only kind of difference there. And then I did a straight on one as well, which we can all see. Yes, it's all pretty much the same. And then here was an angle which I didn't see, which is, I think, is quite good. This is looking from the kitchen back out. So here you can get a good view into the living room. I had my full extra flash and umbrella out there. I've got my extra flash just to the corner of the image here, just bringing a little bit of brightness to this area here, or just balancing it up, because the sun was beating through in what is now the new dining room over here. And as you can see there, that's another. So I did more angles, I would say, but again, I don't know what will be used, because I send this off to the agent, investment property agency, and they decide which ones go on to the brochure and all that. So then the living room, okay, they've done a pretty darn wide one on the bedroom up there. So local area, getting the shot of the lovely river. Again, it's a shame that the plants weren't all green, just time of year. I'll go into the back garden later. Okay, so bedroom. This was one of the bedrooms, and I think it's just kind of a different. Yeah, so in the past the bed was up against the window. It's pretty dark, and you're not seeing where the light is entering the room in that angle. But it does show you that they've got the cupboards over there. So here, this is why I would take two shots. There's this shot, and then there's this shot looking down into the hallway, so people can get an idea of what's out there. So here, there was two flashes. There's one flash in this room over here with the big soft cuddly toy, and there's another flash just in the hallway. As you can see, it's giving a little bit of brightness over there. So that's the two angles I took of that room. Their bathroom has definitely changed since then. So the photo I've got of the bathroom, they've got this unit here now, which they didn't have before. So before it, is that the same? No, that's a new unit. The sink and everything has been moved around, and that is the same room. But a nicer mirror, I would say now, a nice little boat kind of thing going on there. But in terms of like width of the room, I'd say it's pretty much the same. But definitely, I would say going for warmer, brighter colours going on in here. The bedroom, the kids' bedroom with the ensuite, definitely changed. And again, let's see, what did they do for this one? So okay, the bed's in a different position, but it just looks generally a little bit darker in that property compared to here. So I definitely think balancing the flash and giving it a slightly warm tone is kind of beneficial there, and yeah, going as wide as possible. Now they took a good shot of the hallway. Let's see that one. So I did an up and downy shot. Oh no, that's the second floor. Where is the downstairs hall? So that was my shot. So I think I quite like their shot. Okay, you don't really see the stairs in their one, but yeah, okay, that's actually a completely different angle. So same location but different angle, giving a different look to the area there. But yeah, definitely interesting. So yeah, for me, okay, the back garden again, they just had a cloudy day, but it was all pretty good. And then I took some kind of arty ones of relax and the pillows and some of their little trinkets and the bath. And all that kind of stuff, and kind of a shot from the window and the local areas as well, because it's got a lovely pond around this area. But for me, it was a bit of a, it wasn't difficult, it was just something which, you know how some people say, oh, I'm a perfectionist. It was a case of like, I've got to make sure my photos are better. And pretty much that's all I'd done. I'd just gone on Zoopla and seen that somebody had done some photos and they weren't incredibly gash. So there's so many times that would go on and they'll be wonky and at funny angles and incredibly dark. But this one was done, what I would say, okay. But I'm very happy now looking back at these photos and going, yeah, I'd be more happy with a brochure with my images on that. But it's just an interesting thing. I thought you might be interested that sometimes it's not necessarily the difficult properties which take the longest to do. It's the ones which are already good and have been done pretty well in the past. So just a little thought for you there. And if you want to see the video that I did of this property at the same time, have a look, like a video, like a marketing video of that. I'll put that in the link down below. Cheers, bye bye.